Freaky Friday! How are we doing, everybody? We are back with this man, Sammy the Man McIntyre, with Moving the Chains podcast. How are we doing today? Hope we're rocking and rolling. Hope we're doing much better than those Philadelphia Eagles last night. God damn, that was embarrassing. Came as a shock that against a spread pick, 7.5 Philadelphia. Whoa, we got a lot to talk about tonight. That game was embarrassing. So let me get off the schneid here real quick. So, the Philadelphia Eagles last night, in the last two games, what are they? I don't know. I mean, this Ken Patullo guy, listen, man, this Philadelphia Eagle team, drip. It's got that Philly Faucet's burst, man. You know, A.J. Brown, and I gotta say this, A.J. Brown, with all due respect, shut up. Why are you talking? Like, Jalen's trying to force feed you the ball to make you happy. I've seen this movie my whole life with Devo receivers. It never ends well. It never does. So, again, the Philadelphia Eagles need to get back to what they do. Run the football. Remember last year they had a bye week. They kind of came to the conclusion, yep, if we throw less than 25 times, we win football games. And they haven't done it. Now, is some of that the offensive line, in and out of parts? Some of that. But last night, to me, was embarrassing. They got pushed around last night by the Giants. And I'll get to them, because I got a lot of positive things to say about the Giants last night. And that vibe last night in Meadowlands, in New York, was fantastic. I mean, it was a great game last night for a football fan. But the Philadelphia Eagles got some soul searching to do. They better get their head out of their ass right now. And the problem that I have with the Eagles is, and listen, I like Jalen Hurts. I'm not trying to pick on him. But I need a guy that's more vocal, that's more in your face, yelling at guys, barking at the bit. Troy Aikman, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. Those guys did that. Jalen doesn't do that, and that's okay. But when I quarterback, I need you to be more than just, handle your business and do all that. Yeah, that's great. That's all fine and dandy. But I need you to be more than that, Jalen. And I get you're wired the right way, and I respect all that. But if you want to be great, and I'm sure he is, he's won in high school, he's coach's son, all that stuff, and Jalen Hurts is great. But is he? Because we need to kind of do revisions history. Last year, during that Super Bowl run, we had questions about, can this team throw the ball? Do we forget about that? So, again, I like Jalen Hurts, and I love this Philadelphia Eagle roster. It's stacked. But you're paying guys a lot of money that are underproducing. So, something's got to give here. And it's not getting easier. Now, again, you're still a clear-cut division winner. I will say that. But you got some soul searching to do, Philadelphia. And it's got to happen now. Because last night, the secondary got torched again without Malik Neighbors. That's the alarming thing. And I'm watching Mac Jones with literally nothing go into New Orleans. We can bitch about the Saints, how bad they are. Offensively, they're pretty good. Defensively, they suck. But that's a hard place to play. House of horrors for a lot of teams, right? He went in there and beat them with nothing. And Jalen Hurts got a stacked roster, and he couldn't do anything against that Giants defense, which, by the way, was shitty against the run. You were averaging 5 yards a pop. Why'd you get away from it? So I don't understand what Ken Patullo's doing. There's something missing. And it's starting to feel like 2 years ago, 10-1, smoke and mirrors, oh my God, and then fall apart. And once they got the coordinators right, started kicking ass, taking names again. So I didn't love that they got an inexperienced offensive coordinator to work with Jalen Hurts. And people say, well, Sammy, look at Detroit. They lost Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson. Look at they did. They went in-house. Yeah, I got that. But you see the difference is Detroit's got guys that aren't divas, that aren't morons, that are wired the right way. And I'm not saying on every football team you can't. You're not going to have all choir boys. You're going to have some wild childs, okay? But when I go back to this, is there any problem? Like the Detroit Lions, the reason why they're kicking ass with new coordinators, even though they went in-house and everybody was bitching that should have gone against the grain and pushed their chips in the middle of the table and gone the hot shot. Yes. But you know what the Detroit Lions did that the Philadelphia Eagles are not doing right now? They're staying true to who they are. Run the football, dominate the line of scrimmage, and kick your ass up front. Put a hat on a hat, block somebody, and then play action game with Jared Goff. They're not doing that in Philadelphia. Something's missing. So they better get this shit right. And you hope Jalen Carter comes back, because when he's out on the field, I watched it last night, huge difference to me. Huge difference in terms of what teams can do running the ball against the Eagles compared to what they can't do when he's on the field. So there's a big difference in the talent. He's a shithead because of that crap he did week 1. But remarkable talent. We've never disputed that. So let me start. So with Philadelphia, get your shit together to get right game. I'm concerned because your offensive line's not working. Saquon's not getting the ball. Something's missing. So that's my Eagles take. So the Giants take, I want to start with this. That was so much fun last night to watch. I was shocked. I was floored. When I looked up, it was 14-3 Giants. I went, uh-oh. Nobody saw this coming. I didn't. And I got to say this. They're fun to watch, man. They have brought this like juice and energy in the Giants that I haven't seen, I would say, since 2007, like when they went on that Super Bowl run. Because kind of similarities, right? Great defensive line, smash mouth run game, like Scatterboo, and when they get Tyron Tracy back, you know, they have Malik Neighbors. He's all flashy, and then they got decent tight ends. The O-line's getting better. It's not bad. It's not great. You got Andrew Thomas out there. That's it. But I'm watching Jackson Dart last night, and here's the other thing. It's going to have bumps and roads. I'm not bumpy roads and stuff. I don't dispute that. But I'm watching a kid last night. I think the Giants found their guy. And I think Brian Daboll, if he continues like he has done last night, keeps his job. Because that was impressive. I'm watching confident, athletic, slippery in and out of the pocket, making big boy throws down the field. That was an NFL franchise quarterback last night. Without his toy, offensive line's kind of hit and miss, run game hit and miss, balling. And I love this kid. I loved him coming out of Ole Miss. And listen, I was a little scared when he came out early. Because I remember Gruden said this to him at his quarterback camp. He said, you're playing like Evel Knievel. You can't take these kind of hits. And listen, I'm all for Brett Favre did this shit too. Body on the line, gunslinger. Yeah, I'm all for it, bro. We need your help, brother. Okay? We need you. Giants need you. They need some spark. I mean, good God, the New York teams have been a disaster. New York unstate of mind, because the New York unstate of mind has had 117 lost by the Giants, 105 by the Jets. It's been a shit show. So, but I will say this. They found their quarterback last night. And since week 4, saw some stats today. My man Colin Cowherd, and this is facts. First down, 68. Tied first in the league. Offensive touchdowns, since week 4, 9. Second in the league. Rushing yards per game, 156.3, sixth in the league. Third down percentages, this is really important. 51.2, fourth in the league. And that's since Cam Scatterboo and Jackson Dart became starters. It's pretty great. And I think Brian Daboll found his guy. Like he did with Josh Allen in Buffalo, he found his guy in New York, in New Jersey, in the Meadowlands. Because I saw that last night. And he pounded the table for this kid. And I've always been a Daboll fan. I rooted for him the first year. Got to the playoffs, Daniel Jones, with nothing. I mean, it was Daniel Jones, it was Saquon Barkley and a bunch of guys. Now, their D-line was good, but outside of that, it was nothing. I look at the Giants now. I think they're going to be pretty good. I think as long as you got Cam Scatterboo and Jackson Dart, and listen, we all love Malik Neighbors and OBJ. I get it, and I do too. I like Malik a little bit better than OBJ, but he's icing on the cake. Your foundation is a 3. Jackson Dart, Scatterboo, and Andrew Thomas, if he can stay healthy. Because last night, that was just so cool to see. The Giants have been searching, and I mean searching for a guy at quarterback. They tried. And listen, I compare them to the Colts. You know, they're right there, man. They got a offensive coach. They got really nice defensive line. They remind me of Cleveland a little bit. I'm not joking. Cleveland's right there. But Cleveland's got a crazy owner. So, is he pulling the strings? Andrew Barry, they didn't want Shador. I don't know. Cleveland's a circus. I mean, I could put a clown mask on right now if I wanted to. But my point is, I look at the Giants. They found their guy quarterback. I believe they have. Cam Scadaboo looks like a Northeast version of Jerome Bettis last night at the goal line. He was playing bully ball, and that was fun. Because when I watch the Giants kick people's asses in their playoff runs, they're physical. They throw the ball down the field. They're good on offensive and defensive lines, especially defensive line. They get after people. I mean, they got after Jalen Hurts last night, 6 sacks. Jalen Hurts been sacked 12 times in the last 2 games. That's a problem. That's Philadelphia's issue. I'm on the Giants. And this defensive line, I said for the year, it's going to be nasty. They bring in their NASCAR guys, not as deep as they have in the past when they've dominated against Brady and the both Super Bowls. But I'm saying when I watch the Giants' defensive line, Brian Burns I've always liked out of Florida State. He's a good player. Was good in Carolina. Really good trade to get him to New York. That's been good. Kayvon Thibodeau, liked him. Never loved him in Oregon. He's playing a lot better than I thought. Sexy Dexy, he's a baller. We all know that. He's a beast. He's part of that 2018 stacked Clemson defensive line. And then, you have those guys. So, Giants have a lot of components I really like. And I think they found their quarterback. I love their coach. I like their coach a lot, Brian Daboll. He's one coach of the year. He knows what he's doing. I don't love the GM. Coach Lamara is getting cancer. Touches my heart because I lost my mom. R.I.P. Mom Mac right there. To cancer. So I feel for him. But I will say this. The Giants have a lot of components I like right now. And I'm excited as a Giants fan. If I'm a Giant fan, I'm excited. Because you're 2-4. You're kind of sitting there going, things go our way. Maybe we can go to the playoffs. Maybe not. Maybe we can be competitive. But they're better than I thought, man. And Jackson Dart is a big reason why they are where they are right now. And I'm sold, man. I think the Giants found their guy. It's going to be bumpy, no doubt about it. He's rookie. But, man, I just Philadelphia, man. I mean, bad for Philly, but great for New York last night. They needed that. I mean, it's been a long time for Giant fans. I feel you, brother. I feel you. So, and just stay tuned, man. We got a great weekend of college football. Man, I can't wait. Man, this whole year has been fantastic with college football. It's been fantastic. Work a little bit in the morning, all-day college football, get a cheat day. Yeah, baby, let's go. So I am rocking and rolling. Stay tuned for Sunday. We got tons of games. Hell, I might not even get to all of them on my podcast. I'll spread them out throughout the week. So, hope you guys are doing well. Freaky Friday, baby. Go Big Blue. Rocking and rolling. Hope you guys are doing great. Adios. Stay tuned. Godspeed.